4, 3. Wait.
I'm gay.
Just quarantined here with my comedian girlfriend. I'm just messing around. I'm sorry, guys. It gets lonely sometimes, you know? Just being all by myself.
What are you looking up, Adam?
I'm trying to find the sex scene.
I don't. First of all, you don't even see breasts.
I just want to make sure that it's hot. It's just so for my boys.
He just kind of fucks her up against a library.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's. Listen, if I was in that situation,
I would fuck a chick in a
it
library.
would be hot to pull my cock out of a tuxedo and fuck a girl.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm a guy over here, and I want to look at breasts.
No, but that's how I aspire to be. I aspire to be a...
So what do you jack off to scenarios, or do you jack off
I didn't even
to...
really jack off. I kind of just watched it and enjoyed it.
Did you get hard?
I mean, the truth is, we talk about this all the time, jacking off to movies, but most movie sex scenes are like 13 seconds long.
They're a little longer than that.
Can we... I mean, most, but they are. You would agree.
I would agree they're shorter than sex.
They're incredibly short. You don't see any pussy.
You don't see pussy, but
you don't
can
see penetration,
breasts,
but you see a couple of bouncing titty.
which is a big part of what I like.
The point of enjoying a movie sex scene is not the titillation of...
I think
it is seeing an actress...
I couldn't agree with
It
you
is seeing an
less.
actress simulate sex. So you could be like, that's what it would be like to have sex with
The point of enjoying
Nicole Kidman.
The point of enjoying a movie sex scene is to jack off to completion to it. I beat off to a lot of quick sex scenes, and I watch them over and over again, almost on a loop.
So you gotta get it going like a GIF.
But I need to see some sliver of skin. You know, I'll admit I actually jacked off to a sex scene from Escape from Dannemora, where what's her face?
What is that? Oh, that was a TV show, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What's her
Patricia
name?
Arquette.
Patricia Arquette.
Yeah.
Who I've jacked off to many times.
But she's a
Who
little bit...
blocks me on Twitter, by the way?
What did you say?
I don't know. Patricia Arquette blocked me. John Cusack blocked me.
Why?
I have no idea. I've never interacted with them.
I remember I got in trouble because when it was still AOL, when it was still dial-up, I emailed Pete, who's now my roommate. I emailed him a picture of Trish Stratus in a bikini, and he printed it and put it under his bed. And our fathers found it. They were hanging out one day, and then Pete snitched on me immediately. And I got in trouble for emailing a picture of Trish Stratus.
Why do parents care about that shit? I remember, like anytime I heard about a kid who's like, dad bought him porn, I thought that was absurd. But like, if I was a dad, I would just, because I would want to make sure my son's, being safe about it.
Sure.
I don't want them overdosing at like a friend's house
on pornography.
Right. I want them masturbating in our living room, 3
With
p.m.
me there, knowing it's safe.
Supervising.
Yeah.
Chaperoning.
I'd prefer, it's the same way I feel about him having sex.
Do it safely. They're going to masturbate to stuff I know is clean. It's not laced with anything because it's videos of me and my wife having sex. And that's what my son and his friends are
I don't want my son... Yeah, exactly. I don't want my child, supporting sex trafficking.
Yeah.
So the only way I know that's safe is various videos of me with my wife with a fleshlight, fucking a cantaloupe that I microwaved. Things like that. Yeah. Just jerking off. Whatever,
it's me licking my wife's asshole until she comes in my mouth. And by coming, I mean shitting.
Has diarrhea.
Yeah. Because I want these boys to know what love is. That's the real pornography.
And it's like, and boys, honestly, it's not just my son. I'm going to go around to school, hand out DVDs to his friends, any child I see.
My son and his friends are masturbating in the computer room, and I just walk in, and I have a remote control that turns the computer off. And I'm like, boys, don't stop. Don't be scared. Close your eyes and keep masturbating. And I'm going to tell you a story about how I met my wife. Because I want you to jack off, but I want you to jack off the love. That human connection. It was one cold night in December, and I was high on cough medicine because I had the flu about a month prior and couldn't stop drinking NyQuil because I had quit drinking some years earlier. And there I was, high in my Chinatown tenement, swiping aggressively as fast as I could through Tinder until some dumb Indian bitch was down to just come fuck me instead of having to talk to her for more than 5 minutes. And, well, she showed up, and I lied to her and said I was wearing a condom, and I wasn't. And that's where you came from, Brian. Keep masturbating. You boys keep masturbating to this. Because at first I was horrified. Because her weird, oppressive father wouldn't let her get an abortion. And I didn't have the money for it either. So 9 months goes by, and I'm thinking I'm trapped in some financial prison with a fucking mixed-race son that it's too late to kill. So now I guess I got to take him to fucking soccer practice or whatever bullshit is required of me. And
Yeah, keep.
But you know what?
Don't stop. Do
yeah,
not stop.
Keep going, guys. Keep masturbating. Because what happened was I ended up fucking that dumb woman throughout the pregnancy, and I watched as her tits got bigger, and eventually it was kind of nice. And now the thought of nutting and anything but a just completely blown out postpartum pussy and those big dark chocolate nipples.
Mr. Mullen, I'm soft.
Keep tracking on! You want to come to my fucking house and use my computer? You were going to masturbate to the things I tell you about. Love. Like the Beatles sang about. That's my generation. The Beatles. What are you listening to? DMX? You fucking asshole kids and your DMX? Your Run
We were
DMs?
just playing on the computer. We weren't masturbating.
Look, who's this kid with the glasses? He doesn't even have pubes yet. What are you, gay?
I'm 6. Yeah, man. Yeah, so that's how I'm gonna raise my son too.
The boy has done it again.
What happened?
So all he does is he like fucking just like posts bullshit on like the same shit everyone was doing in like 2012. I guess not everybody, but funny people like they just comment on like brands pages.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
So he wrote on Arby's page like, my wife left me. Can I get a beefy double coupon or whatever? Can I get a coupon for the beefy big double or whatever? And somehow somebody screenshotted it and it ended up on the Steve Harvey show. Steve Harvey personally commenting on it.
Yes.
And he's like, I'm a fan of Arby's. They do not have a beefy double.
Oh wow. That's really well done.
He's like angry.
Here's a post. This guy wants to put Arby's to the test. So he sends Arby's this post. My wife left me. Do you have any coupons for the Beefy Delight? First of all, folks, I'm an Arby's guy. Arby's does not have a Beefy Delight. And then secondly, maybe your wife left you because she was looking for a Beefy Delight. Yeah, he don't need a sandwich. He needs 64 ounces of tequila.
That's awesome.
That's a good
I thought it was
call.
gonna be like a heartwarming thing where Steve gets the guy a sandwich, but no.
No, Steve had to yell at some
Steve had to-
fake.
Everett the boy.
Shouts out.
Getting dirty online. That
Wait.
guy's hilarious.
Also, he is funny as shit. Also, shout out to Online Boys Getting Dirty, Ted Cruz beating off.
All right, dude. Well, we got a list of things here, so you can't just
He's going out of order.
Look, you don't understand.
We talked about the list.
It's not the going out of order.
This is
Look, you
what
haven't
you
been here.
list.
We got this new system when Jake was here. The system fucking works, but you can't.
Dude,
when we go to the
We're
list,
freewheeling, freaking.
Stop,
out,
miss
dude.
the.
I will
No.
never be
The
tamed by a
tyranny
list,
of the
dude.
list.
I will never be tamed by a list, dude. We will talk about the list, and if it comes
all right.
up,
How about this? Stop. Don't think of it as a list. Think of it as a menu.
yeah, and I order what I want from a menu when I want. I thought you were gonna say buffet.
No, a
sometimes
menu-
I'll fuck around and get an ice cream.
A menu has a specific.
No.
It says no
Hey,
substitutions. right
look
on
how
the
many
top.
things are on that menu. Guess what, bitch? I want to eat the Ted Cruz beating off part of the
all
menu
I'm saying,
right
you
now.
can. All I'm saying is, the point is, if you have a notes list, if I say one thing, you don't go, "Hey, how about that?" and then say the next thing on the list.
That's exactly how.
That's not how a list works because you blow through everything on the fucking list and we run out of time. Let the
Nope.
Steve Harvey thing marinate for a fucking second.
Can I say
Put it in food
I thought it was a
terms.
seamless transition. Adam.
Well,
Oh, what are you, a list guy?
I'm not saying I'm a
This is
list
your
guy.
chance to break free from the shackles of the
saying that
list.
And by
you-
seamless transition stuff meant seamless.com.
Does anyone have? Yeah, can I?
There
can we order
was
some
it was
seamless?
it was you had a transition sent from a stand-up set point of view. Speaking of X,
Beautiful.
you brought it to Y.
All right, Roy Rogers bacon cheeseburger. That's down there. How about this Boy Rogers? And it's a place you can fuck a kid.
Boy
Okay,
Rogers.
All right,
Penis.
now Ted Cruz beating him.
Okay, all right. Well, now that
I don't
That's-
want to talk about it anymore.
That's how you make
Guess
a
what?
list.
I'm
happen,
over
boys.
it. Fuck. No. I was gonna say fuck Ted Cruz, but I won't because that's. I now want to talk about another part of the list.
I feel like Ted Cruz beating off thing false flag for sure.
Ted Cruz, more like Ted Surf. Ted surfs
Surf
the World Wide Web
for pornography.
for hardcore. You know what
More
I mean.
like-
you know what I'm saying.
More like Ted Cruising men's
sex?
public restrooms.
Nice.
For
Actually, not more
anonymous-
like that because it was heterosexual
Ted
pornography.
surfs
I think it was
the
fake.
World Wide Web looking for you know what.
What do you think?
It's just randomly him liking porn that looked like his wife. That's, I mean, come on. He's not into that.
You
dude.
think it was a hack? You actually believe him?
No,
saying
I
it's a
think that he did it to seem normal. I think he's
hack?
into
You think he did it?
Yeah. I think that he was like, well, Donald beat me because he has, everyone saw his wife's boobs and they think that's cool. So
I guarantee- I guarantee
he's
running, you think?
There's no way that Ted Cruz doesn't have ED.
yeah, I mean, he looks like a guy that can't get
Yeah,
an
dude.
erection.
Yeah, the cum probably gurgles out of his dick like slowly and bubbly.
I think that
Well, there's nothing wrong with shooting a bubbly load.
A gurgly ass
Yeah,
load.
a little,
it's
like-
just seeping out of your cock slowly.
like you poured a bunch of vinegar and baking soda down there
That would be cool.
to do an experiment.
Ted Cruz is like one of those
Science fair.
one of those like ethnic guys that like really wants to be white. So he probably just
He
has
is white.
No, I guess he's Cuban, right?
He's a white man. Look at him. He's a white guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
he's
he's
Latino.
Latino, isn't he?
Latino.
He's part
you know?
Latino.
There's white Latinos.
That's true.
I guess so. He's a white Latino. But anyway, I feel like
Who
the way
knows?
he has sex.
What is
Yeah,
mom?
don't reinforce that idea that there's not white Latinos. There's
There
nothing I
is.
hate more than somebody whose ancestors were most guaranteedly
Conquistadors? Yeah.
conquistadors or escaped Nazis.
Yeah, yeah.
Saying like, as a Latino, as a Chachachina, as a Chuchichana, I do not like to be spoken to Tala like that. It's like you have a fucking.
I just feel like he
You have a swastika necklace on right now. That is from my abuelita. That is an ancient Mayan medal from my abuelita with the eagle and 4 swastikas that my abuelita got from when she climbed onto a mountain and met the butterfly that says the sunset. Or whatever fucking Marquez bullshit.
Do you want to contact Midtown Lumber and see if they'll sponsor Cometown?
Do we
God.
want to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
we got a hot pod going right now with this
Fuck
hardware
yes.
talk.
Yeah. Well, nothing's going on. I've been watching
Can we get
The Night
Fleshlight
of
to spot
on HBO.
Yeah.
sponsor us?
Real good. What are you talking over me for? What were you saying?
I stopped talking. I said, can we get Fleshlight to sponsor us?
Probably, actually. They
Let's
sponsored
try it.
Moon Tower. I got a free flashlight. Did I ever tell you that story?
No.
I got a free. Everyone who did Moon Tower a couple years ago got a free flashlight.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I tried to bring it back on the plane with me, and I thought, like, they probably see these things all the time, so I just put it in my bag and didn't think about it. Completely incorrect. They pulled me aside.
TSA?
They took my bag. TSA. They took 9 agents, and they brought the fucking manager over, and they pull it out.
Oh, that's incredible.
And they're like fingering it. I'm like, it was free. I just did this festival. They gave them to everyone. I didn't, I'm like, I don't fucking.
Oh, you took it on your carry-on.
Yeah. And I mean, I only ever take a
Yeah,
carry-on.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
ever
yeah.
check a bag. I
check a bag.
go
It's
out
like
of town
$30
for a fucking
yeah.
week. I don't need to.
Right.
That's for women, I think. If you go on vacation, they're like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I have
Yeah,
to bring
no.
every piece of clothing I have.
Yeah.
To bring a
always carry
hair
on.
dryer, like wherever you're going, is it going to have a hair dryer? I don't even bring a toothbrush because most hotels they
Yeah.
just have them at the desk.
Mhm.
They have little shitty ones.
Yeah, but then, if you bring a full-size tube of toothpaste, they make you throw it out at the fucking airport.
Right.
Unless you keep those travel things.
What happened with the Fleshlight, dude?
Oh, yeah. So it was horribly embarrassing. That everyone...
Were they just laughing at you when they found out?
No, I mean, they were, like, smirking or whatever. I'm sure that made their fucking week.
Yeah, of course.
Fuck them. I hope they get...
Did you take it with you?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was like, I ran with the... It was inside out, so the vagina part is, like, flapping around while I'm, like, running to my gate because I was late for my flight. And then I ended up fucking the thing, like, one time, and it's great.
Yeah.
But as soon as you come, it's like... Oh, like the amount of shame.
Absolutely.
It's almost like you had just fucked your sister. It's like that kind of feeling. Like this incestual feeling.
Yeah.
When you ejaculate into like a contraption.
Yeah, I mean, just coming in general. The second after you come, no matter what.
No,
you feel
like just
bad.
beating off like regular. Because I always go dry,
Of course, I'm there with you.
Dry jack. I don't think I've used lubrication to beat off in like
I'm a dry jackman myself.
probably 12 years. And,
yeah, I did it a couple times, like when you're little, because people always say you have to.
Yeah.
But I'm dry.
Yeah, dry every time.
Yeah, and so I was so ashamed, and I put it in this bag of shoes in my room that I just like shoes I wasn't wearing anymore.
You didn't clean it? They just
No, I mean there's a way to.
There's a
clean it.
baby.
I
There's a
wasn't
baby
gonna
now
go
that came
dig
out.
the instructions out of the fucking.
Can you just run it through water or something?
I'm not gonna. I live
Put it
with
in a
9 other
dishwasher?
people. I'm not gonna go into the kitchen to be like, oh, it's
Including my
thermos.
pussy.
It's for soup. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, just-
So I put it in that bag, and then I like went to go help my mom like remove the flooring in her apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came back and I was like, I feel like there's something I forgot. And then she like called me like 2 days later. She's like, did you leave your fucking pocket pussy here? And that bag of shoes?
That's so fucking
And I was
funny.
like, yes, but don't touch it.
So your mom has your fleshlight?
She threw it out.
Oh, what a bitch.
Yeah, dude. It's
Fuck.
like that Beastie Boys song. Your mom threw out your best porno mags, except instead of porno mags, it's the fake vagina that I had sex with one time
Only once,
at
huh?
age 25. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, this cum's just rotting in it for a fucking week. I'm not gonna be like, well, let's see.
That's the
It
thing.
was already a fake vagina, and then it became like a dead vagina.
That's the interesting about fucking sex dolls is like, presumably, like those real dolls, presumably you come inside of those.
Yeah.
And that must be a nightmare to clean. How do you get inside? Do you have just like a fucking
It's a vacuum.
a vacuum? A
They have
jizz vacuum?
yeah. It looks like a dildo that attaches to the end of a vacuum, and then you stick it in the real.
you fuck
Really?
it,
Yeah, and then you suck all the cum out backwards.
That sounds tight. It sounds like you could just put your dick in that, or it sucks your dick.
Yeah, you put the dick in your mouth.
Oh, that sounds hot.
Yeah, and then
And
the
then- or in your
suction-
ass.
The suction makes your mouth close around the dick even harder. That actually would be pretty cool. A vacuum that hooks up to a dildo that's got a urethra in it, and you put it in your ass, and then it like
It sucks
uses
your
the suction
asshole?
to make your ass even tighter, and then you fuck yourself.
Interesting.
Fuck yourself with the
Interesting.
vacuum, and then it hooks
That
up to a
does-
bicycle, so you can
That
pedal.
does sound cool. Nick, that is the word I would use.
I mean, somebody would buy it. You know what's funny? My dad's been like, he's inventing something and he won't tell anyone what it is. He's just got all these like drill presses in like a corner of his apartment, and he's like, you know,
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know, inventing something, and he's like very secretive about what it is. What if it was that?
That'd be so awesome.
Yeah,
Fucking machine?
Yeah, it's a dildo that hooks up to a vacuum, so it sucks your ass closed around the dildo.
So you can fuck yourself extra hard.
You can feel it, but you don't have to worry about spreading your asshole out. You don't loosen your ass up. You keep it nice and tight.
That is my biggest worry when I fuck myself with a dildo.
Yeah. Well,
Cool.